In my own personal experience, I wish I had known this the first time I had my first child.
Kids do not want perfect parents. They want...
Parenting is a journey and not a destination.
Do you remember when I got a bigger size diaper? Hey everyone, welcome back to Thrive with the Bummy Days. And if you're new here, I am Felix and my wife's name is Olanike. Your go-to for family, wellness, and growth. And on today's episode, we'll be talking about a topic that resonates with every parent. What we wish we knew before we became parents. This topic resonates with all kinds of parents. So whether you're a young parent like ourselves, or a busy professional with young kids, or an aspiring parent, or a seasoned parent, we believe that the few tips we'll be talking about would help us to grow together as a community and become better parents.
Absolutely, Felix. We wish we knew that parenting is a journey and not a destination. Like no one has it all figured out.
Yeah.
It's okay to make mistakes along the line and learn from it. The kids, they don't need us to be perfect. They need us to make the mistakes and learn from it. And then just to be a better person, to be there for them, to be available, to be present. That's what parenthood is all about.
Yes, you're right. Kids do not want perfect parents. They want present parents. To dive straight into the topic, we'll be talking about the first thing we wish we knew before we became parents.
Absolutely. The first on my list is self-care. Self-care is essential as a parent. Like you all know, parenting is a demanding job. It's a huge job that you don't get paid for, basically, but it's really demanding, and taking time to attend to your self-care makes you a better person, a better version for your partner, for your children, for your family members at large, and also for your friends. So self-care, be it hanging out with your friends, taking time alone from the family, making sure you are getting adequate sleep, and like taking exercises, even if short walks, few minutes a day would do the job. In my own personal experience, I wish I had known this the first time I had my first child, but right now with the second child, I feel like this is what we are working with. Sometimes I just tell my husband we need to like go out few minutes away from the children, find someone to like sit with the children while we go out. It has really been helpful. 5 minutes away, 10 minutes away, it's all you need, maybe per day. And if you're looking at like weekly, you can make it like 2 hours. It really works magic, trust me.
It does. Self-care is really important because oftentimes when we take time away from the kids, my wife and I, and we decide to probably take a walk together or just to spend time sitting on the sofa to watch a movie, you know, it rejuvenates us to think much more better, to be available again for the kids, you know, to get ourselves mentally ready for all the shenanigans that comes from having toddlers and having an infant as well. So right. Yes, self-care is really, really important. The next thing we knew before we became parents is communication, isn't it?
Yeah, communication is really key. I remember the first time having Phoebe, we had a lot of issues as first-time parents. We didn't have this platform for someone to kind of explain how it's gonna be, and so we wish we had known this before we became parents.
That's right.
Ourselves. I remember like the first few days, it was really hard, and I couldn't communicate my feelings. I don't think I even know what I was feeling at the time, so it was really confusing. And eventually I got to a point where I was able to say, this is what I need you to do this for me. Communication sometimes needs to be verbal. Yes, you need to talk to your partner what you want. Indeed, you need to communicate better, and like also as a partner you need to listen carefully, and then get things like important things and action and be proactive on it. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. So that's one of the things we wish we knew as a parent, and that works better for us now. So we've gone through a process where communication was a bit difficult, but now we know if you're doing this, if you need something to be done, or you feel like you want something, sometimes you need to be verbal, and just go for it and say, this is what I need you to do. And trust me, your partner, they love you. they're gonna kind of support you in that sense.
Yes, absolutely, Nika, you're right. And I remembered when we had Phoebe, I think, was it a few weeks after we had Phoebe? That was sometimes in April 2022. And we started having this little issue, you know, just very minor issue. And I think the bottom line of what happened was my wife assumed I knew what she wanted, but sadly, I did not. So there were times that what she wanted was not what I did. Perhaps she wanted me to help her get something from the grocery store, and I'll just return back home getting something fancy, probably a small gift or probably a McDonald's or something. And then the reaction, you know, this expressive reaction from her to me obviously just tells me off. And it lingered on for a while until one of those days I said to her, babe, what's wrong? What's really going on? This is not you. Whilst I understand the few weeks of having a new child, but we need to speak, you know, we need to communicate with each other to actually know what exactly is going on. What do you want me to do? And that was the beginning of our solution, or that was what started the solution.
Yeah,
because you communicated what you wanted to me, and it was clear. There was no room for assumption.
Yes.
She clearly told me, oh babe, I want you to do this for me, I want you to do that, I want you to get this kind of diapers. Do you remember when I got a bigger size diapers? And
yes. Absolutely. So we had our newborn. I think she was still about 3 months then.
Yes.
And I did say, get me a diaper. Well, as a man, I don't know, not all men, he assumed probably comes in same sizes and got like a size 1 diaper, and my baby was already on size 3 at the time. But then I was just trying to explain, oh, this is not the one. You need to check for the number. They do right numbers on it and everything. It was really funny, but he thought I was gonna get angry, but it was really a funny scene. Really.
It was. And just that little issue, you know, of not being sure of what kind of diaper size I should have gotten. If it was not properly communicated, indeed, my wife was quite generous to put me through and talk me through it. But communication is really key as a parent. If you're a single parent, I believe you've got people around you that you can always seek for help. There are social services across countries of the world where you can always explore and communicate your needs with. Absolutely. And I believe that they would be there to support you on this journey.
Yes.
Because parenthood, like my wife did rightly say before, is a journey and it's not a destination. So please communicate, express yourself verbally, speak out, speak up, communicate, let people know what you want, and it is always okay to say no. You know, you
set some boundaries. Also, it's really important.
Indeed,
so it's like part of self-care and communication.
Absolutely.
If you're unable to carry out like an action, a task, you do need to say you can't do this. You need help. You need support for this. And if you don't need to take up more tasks, just say no. And don't take up tasks that will absolutely take more energy from you, energy that is needed for you to be a better parent. So that's a very important point that you've said. Yes,
so you've rightly mentioned setting boundaries, and that's going to lead us to probably our fourth tip, or fourth thing which we knew before we became parents, which is asking for help. And I'm going to share a story that you would help me and help our audience understand why this is really important. When we were about to have Joshua, that's our second child, if you remember, we were really panicking then as to what were we going to do with Phoebe, because Phoebe, you know, a typical toddler, what were we going to do with her and where was she going to stay? Because I needed to be with you in the labor room, and the labor room story is going to be another episode on our video. Where I would be sharing, oh my God.
Quite interesting.
Please. And if you like our video, hit the subscription button below. Also put on your notification bell so you can be notified when we drop our next video episodes. And please share with your friends and your loved ones.
Yes, as Felix has said earlier, before we had Joshua, few weeks before the due date, we were quite apprehensive.
Indeed, we were.
What the plan was going to be for our toddler Phoebe, just in case I go into labor, let's say in the middle of the night, on an unplanned day, what the plan would be. We were quite worried and concerned at the same time. Who can we trust our toddler with? who can we live her with?
Yeah.
We're just going through our options. And we just say, we have like a mini community, why not ask for help?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that was what we did. My very good friend, we asked her, could you like stay with our toddler if things happen and we needed to be away? And she was like, oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
She's got a toddler herself, and she was totally okay with the plan. She was like, oh, it's just gonna be like a play date. Just let me know as soon as you know you're gonna be dropping her off. And it just went by, and at the day we're like, oh, hello, can you take our toddler? And she was like, oh, fine, I've made plans, arrangements, they're gonna enjoy themselves. And after looking backwards now, we're really worried. And looking backward now, I was just like, why were we so worried? We just needed to ask for the help. The help was out there. We just needed to ask for it.
Indeed.
And also, even if you don't have like a friend or family members nearby, there are organizations out there or non-governmental organizations that support people in the same situation or whatever situation you need help for. And I'm sure they'll be happy to support you, be it regarding your mental health or childbearing, childcare, anything like that. There are options available out there. You just need to ask for it.
Yes. Asking for help is a really important thing, because if we had known before we became parents ourselves that asking for help would really go a long way, perhaps that would have helped us when we wanted to have our first child, Phoebe.
Yes.
So to all parents, aspiring young parents, busy professionals, seasoned parents, it is okay to ask for help. You are not going to go on parenting journey by yourself, because it's going to really be overwhelming. There will be times where you feel, what am I really doing? Am I really doing good at this thing? But when you ask for help, you then open yourself more to other ideas to help you thrive as a parent. And our channel is basically to help parents thrive, grow, and find balance in their lives.
That's right.
Following up on that point, asking for help, our next point we wish we knew before we became parents ourselves is teamwork.
Yes.
Team effort. Teamwork. It is really important, because I believe that parenting journey is not a one-man race.
Yes.
It involves a collective effort, isn't it?
Yes, of course. And like we said, it's just buttressing the point of asking for help. It doesn't matter if you don't have a partner to do it with. There are other people out there that you can team up with to kind of work with your children, do something for them, and just go out for them. And if you've got a partner, it's just having like this kind of communication between each other, how you're gonna do it, what you're gonna do, and just believe that your partner, because in parenting sometimes you feel like your partner is like someone you don't know, you don't remember, but just have it at the back of your mind that you and your partner, or you and your family member, whoever you're parenting with, is you're part of your team.
Indeed.
That in your corner. They are just someone you can trust.
That can be relied upon.
That can be relied upon, because sometimes it's quite difficult, and you'll be like, oh, this person is not supporting me. No, you just look at them as they are part of your team. And then don't feel like you need to do everything by yourself.
Indeed.
Like the team works, everyone needs to contribute their quota to make to achieve the common goal, which is parenting our kids and thrive while doing so.
Exactly. And like the common acronym for team, TEAM, which is together, everyone achieves more. So when we come together, we would achieve more as parents. The next tip, which we knew, was the amount of patience that was needed.
Oh God, the patience.
Oh goodness me.
The patience is part of the important tip. Very important. As a parent, you need to be patient, and you need to be resilient, because it's really important. The children, they're gonna test your patience at every given opportunity. They're gonna press your buttons, make you kind of get upset or angry sometimes. But having it at the back of your mind that these are young children, they are trying to explore the world. They don't understand the way you understand things. So you just need patience. And one thing I want to point out, Felix, is that patience sometimes means walking away. because sometimes there will be a situation where you just feel so overwhelmed
Absolutely.
with, and you feel like just ranting and letting everything out.
Sometimes
walking
mourning,
away,
you know?
or mourning,
Yeah.
walking away from that situation
Yeah.
is also patience,
Yeah.
because you could have done something else, but
Yeah.
walking away, taking some moments
Yeah.
to like breathe in, breathe out, and get yourself to balance,
Yeah.
is also part of patience.
Indeed,
really.
indeed. Patience is an important tool that helps parents. You know, we can't overemphasize the importance of
Patience, yeah.
Being patient is not something you learn in a school, unfortunately. I'm not sure there's a school out there that teaches aspiring parents on how to be patient. It's something you learn in the course of your journey as a parent. So to summarize what my wife has said, you've really got to learn that ability to be patient. You've also got to try and put yourself in the situation of these kids.
Yes.
When we were 2-3 year old, we made mistakes ourselves. And so when our kids make mistakes, we acknowledge it, we understand it, and we're also patient enough to pull them or to guide them in the right direction. And that's going to lead us to
the final
tape. Yeah, things which we knew before we became parents. And that is, please do not compare.
Don't compare. Don't compare. And don't compare is like a broad sense.
Yeah.
Like, don't compare your parenting skills with someone else.
Absolutely.
Children are different.
Yeah.
Don't compare. Even having children yourself, probably like 2 or more, don't compare your parenting journey with each of the kids. Even if they are the same sex, gender, they are still very different. Their DNA is different.
Absolutely.
They're bound to have different personality traits, different behavior.
Absolutely.
So, for instance, something that applies to us personally, what we're going through right now as parents. So we're currently trying to win our younger child, Joshua. The winning has not been like what it was with Phoebe, unfortunately.
Absolutely.
And I do understand that people are different. I am different, you are different. We are all unique in ourselves. So don't compare what you've done with child A to child B. And the same way, don't compare your parenting journey. This my friend or my younger sister has done better with her children. I'm a failure, I'm missing something. Don't, absolutely not. Just do your best. Try to be a better parent. Try to thrive better. Learn how to manage situations and just basically just learn how to grow and be a better parent. That's all everyone can do, really. So don't compare your parenting journey with anyone else. Just do your best. You can learn from each other, and that is what we're doing on the channel, learning from each other through our parenting journey, but not comparing with one another what this person has done. I'm gonna do exactly the same thing. We can only just give tips and advice and see how it goes. It usually works, but you need just to tweak a little bit of it to make it perfect for your own situation.
Absolutely. So please do not compare your parenting style, your parenting journey, your parenting approach with someone else's, because your children are unique. They are special, they are different, they are precious ones in your sight. And so you've got to identify what style works best for you. And on our channel, we are basically here to support you, to guide you, to give you those tips that we feel works. But it doesn't mean that you then have to start comparing your parenting journey with other persons. And just like we said in our first video, if you've got any comments, any ideas to help us, because we are not just here to help you, we are also hoping that our audience would help us as well to be better parents, because we're young parents ourselves. We've got a 3-year-old and we've got a 7-month plus boy, and we're also looking forward to learning and being a part of our parenting journey together as a big community. So please don't compare your journey with child A with child B, because your children are different in nature. Just like they have different DNAs, they are also different in personality, in style, in mindset and all that. And whilst you do not compare, we can learn tips that can support one another. If you've enjoyed today's episode, we're really delighted to have you on this journey. We know that parenting itself is a journey. It is not easy, and we acknowledge that. Parenting is a journey, it is not a destination. Please Feel free to like our videos, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when we drop our next video episode. Our next video episode, it is going to be promising.
Interesting.
Absolutely. There's so many things to talk about, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
it will be juicy.
things.
Yes. Emphasize on that.
Informative also.
Absolutely.
Value driven.
Indeed, because one of the videos we were shooting is my journey in the labor room. My goodness me. I think we're going to really talk about that video. And please anticipate for that because it's going to be wow.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you for having us, and we're delighted to be a part of your parenting journey, and we look forward to seeing you thrive, to seeing you grow, and to seeing you being a better parent. And until we see you again on our next video, have a fantastic time and have a fantastic week ahead. We love you. Stay safe. See you later. Bye-bye.